For our read and reflect today, I'm going to be reading Psalm 16:11. It says this: "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand." I love this verse for so many reasons, but one of them being that it says, "You make known to me the path of life." There's been so many times in my life where I wish God would send me an email. I wish that he would send a text message and just say, that thing that you're trying to figure out, that thing you want to do, or you're debating or whatever, this is the answer. And God doesn't do that. At least he has not yet, with me, sent me any kind of actual email or text message. But what he does do is when we seek God, he gives us a perspective and an understanding of the way to go through his word, through the counsel of other godly people. I want to look at this. I want to look at where this verse falls in Psalm. It says this, starting in verse 8, "I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body also will rest secure, because you will not abandon me to the realm of the dead, nor will you let your faithful one see decay." Then it goes on to verse 11, which I'm going to read again. "You make known to me the path of life. You fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand." You see, this passage, it starts with this idea that we keep our eyes always on the Lord and that he's at our right hand. And I love the poetry of Psalm and how at the end of this, then it says that he fills us with joy in his presence, with eternity, with the eternal pleasures of heaven at his right hand. And I love how that it kind of comes full circle. There have been many situations in my life and many really difficult times where it was hard for me to say that I was filled with joy. But there's a difference between what it says here, being filled with joy in the presence of God, and being happy about our circumstances or about struggles that we're facing. The joy that we can find in God, it comes from all of the rest of that I had read. It's because our body, our hearts, they can rest secure in the fact that this world and even death, it's not the end. That there's so much more to come because of God's grace and mercy and because of what Jesus did on the cross. This isn't it. This isn't all there is. There's so much more. And so it's in that knowledge that we can have joy because of what Jesus did, because what we're dealing with now, it's temporary. So I invite you, I encourage you, and even challenge you to go to Psalm 16. Start at verse 8 and look at what it says about having our eyes on the Lord and then what comes from that.